Although the first two steps of our design validation, defining geometry and assigning material properties, were completed using only SOLIDWORKS functionality, the remaining steps will require simulation functionality. To make the transition to simulation, let's begin by creating a new study. Defining a new study can be done several ways. One way is to use the Simulation drop-down menu and select Study. This will begin a new study. Another way is to right-click on the Motion Manager and select Create New Simulation Study. The third way to begin a new study is to use the study icon on the Simulation toolbar. Notice I have two options, Study Advisor and New Study. All of these are valid ways of creating a new study. In this case, I'll use the study icon. When I click on the icon, the Study Property Manager appears. The default name of the new study is set to Study 1. I suggest changing this to something more descriptive, especially if you plan on performing multiple studies, or simply for the benefit of another person that might review your work in the future. Now I'll call this study Tension. Next, we have a selection labeled Type. Notice I have only one type available, Static. This is because I have only SOLIDWORKS Simulation installed on my system. With this level of simulation, only Static is available. If I had another level installed, such as SOLIDWORKS Simulation Professional, I would see several analysis types listed, including Thermal, Fatigue, Drop Test, and more. With my new study named and the analysis type set to Static, I'll click OK to create the new study. In the feature tree, you'll notice a new section. It's called the Simulation Study Tree. The Simulation Study Tree is visible when a study is active in the Motion Manager. When I select the Model tab in the Motion Manager, the Simulation Study Tree disappears. I can return to the study I just created by clicking on the tab labeled Tension. You can see the name of the study listed at the top of the Simulation Study Tree. Under the name of the study, there are several other items listed that allow us to define all of the parameters necessary for our analysis. At this point, I've completed the first three steps in my analysis: defining geometry, assigning material properties, and creating a study. Now I can proceed to the fourth step in my analysis, defining the operating environment for this part.